Got a little weekend update here. I was trying to work on my truck mostly and not do a bunch of bike stuff, but I packed a really cool custom 1984 MB1. Someone bought it off a Slack channel. So I packed and shipped it, just made a YouTube video, just uploaded it. I also went and bought a little tiny Specialized bike, probably from the early 2000s, that has no miles on it, sat in a garage forever. Then I also went on Craigslist and for $40 went and bought this tub of random bike junk. At the last second, I'm like, he's like, I'm moving, I got rid of all this junk, I don't know anything about bikes, it's left by old roommates. And the last second, I was like, hey, there's other bike stuff, can I take that too? And he's like, sure. There was this Bike Tree bike stand, a Blackburn pump, and what looks like a pretty decent, inexpensive, no-name brand silver single-speed wheel. So I figured we do kind of like an unboxing video and go through and check that out, see what magic is in these drawers. I also got a box. I also figure a lot of these drawers are going to be complete and total garbage. Complete and total garbage dead seat. Some sort of cable release for something, I have no idea what. Ooh. You push the button and the cable goes. I don't know what it's for or why. I might save it because I'm crazy. Here appears to be a good can of WD-40. Good and dusty, but who doesn't need some WD-40, you know? Right into my bike lubes and supplies. Here's a really fat 27 1/8 tube from Bike Gallery for only $5. This tube's probably 10 years old, but I think tubes actually age and people like them. And it does look to be brand new, so I'm assuming it's nice. It looked fuddled with or unwrapped or wrapped weird. I would test it first, but I'll go ahead and just throw that in the bike someday. Ooh, pinstriping paint, polar white. Assuming it's bad, but who knows. Another used tube. I'll test it out before I throw it away. I've been saving a lot of used tubes because tubes are expensive when they're new. Here's a vintage jockey wheel of some sort. A greasy bag. Looks like it might be new. A little old Pearl Izumi glove. Ooh. Bike toolbox. Looks like maybe it's missing part of a chain braking tool. Oh, the other side is the chain tool pin and driver. Kind of cool. Ah! Broken toe cage. Match. Another one of the little fourth hand brake tool holder tools. That's cool. It's like part of a park chain cleaning tool. Kind of pretty old, complete and good shape Simplex rear derailleur. Someone might care about that on eBay for a few bucks. Some more broken stuff. Ooh, a single white Dura-Ace hood. That's almost cool. Another pulley wheel. Some lock brackets, light brackets. Crappy old bell light that probably doesn't work. Reflectors. Reflectors, no one cares about reflectors, bro. Another old $5 tube. Big 26-inch. It's probably brand new. Crappy kickstand, missing parts. A patch kit with one patch, little sandpaper. Glue's probably dried, but whatever. Most of a chain that looks brand new. It looks like a Z chain with no ramps or pins. Oh, it does have some damage on it though. So maybe not a new, just in good shape, or maybe it's just a little shop wear. This might be enough chain for a single speed. Just some greasy, grimy junk. Okay. Drawer 1's down. Now on to drawer 2. That's an old brand new Topeak chain tool. Mostly intact Mayfac racer. Looks like someone was trying to fix an old French bike and couldn't figure it out. Another old SR custom stem at 80. I've got a zillion of these. No one cares about them except for me. I think they're inexpensive and silver and cool and work great on a lot of cheap builds. One junk old steel crank, match, dead paddle, some maybe plumbing parts. Alright, some tools. Oh, wrench force. These might be with spoke pliers or something. Drop forged. Something, I have no idea. Some super crusty old pliers, but pliers are great. Some crusty and burnt old pliers. Here's a tool I have no idea what it's for. Some sort of panel pinching and bending tool. I used to have some like this for sheet metal work. Patch panels, because it's got like a little hammer on the other side. No idea. Totally cool. Another nice Park Tools. Oh, it's like not mangled at all either. Pedal wrench. These are great. Excited. A couple of cheap U-locks. No keys. So, no point. Top drawer. Probably should have done this in a different order. Light bulb. Drawer handle. Ooh, some old T9 BioShield lube. I love this stuff. That's great. One container of Philwood grease and a second container of Philwood grease. I love that. Philwood waterproof grease is the best. Some random piece of something. 11mm socket. Here's a nice pair of MKS. Oh, it looks like it's missing the rivet. Yep. MKS size large toe cages, but it's missing a rivet. A Spidell front skewer. Spidell is sort of like a Dura-Ace version of old French parts. So this is pretty hot. It'll definitely go on eBay. I don't know if I'll get a lot for it. No one cares about so much stuff anymore. Mavic lever. Mavic bolt. Lever clamp. Another vintage patch kit with some glue. It's not even dried up. And nothing else good or interesting at all. Downtown Portland by bicycle. Best cycling city, USA. 1995. 1995 bike map. So this stuff's been sitting around for a while. Hosan fixed cog lock ring removal tool. These are great. And easy to get $20 for. Pretty crushed, pretty dead Mayfac rear cable hanger, but you know. One of my favorite tools ever, the Cool Stop tire bead jack. This one doesn't say Cool Stop. It says Simpson on it. I wonder if Cool Stop stole this design. These are great for tires that are just insanely impossible to get on. Just too tight. You can put this on the rim, put this under the bead, and suck it up and on. Matching Mayfac rear for that front. Some more Mayfac hardware. Mayfac front little thick chrome cable stop. This is great. It's got a little English nub instead of a French one, so this will work on most modern e-bikes using Frenchy style stuff. Totally dollar store box cutter, awesome. An old Normandy competition hub made in France. These were like kind of hot for a while. Some old high-end Treks came with the French groups and stuff, and so it's another cool bikes. Someone might think this is worth $5 or $10 on the old eBay. It's pretty cool, with the real competition sticker intact and the little red dust caps. Some totally beat up and destroyed Zafel Pro Strap. The matching one is not as dead. I do save toe straps, use them to lash stuff down to bike racks, use them to hold bike parts together in your stand. So that's getting saved. It's kind of like an old Frenchy style headset spacer, all drilliumed and with a peg. It's pretty cool. Cool little weird plastic handled cracking and breaking 3-way Allen key tool. Whatever. Oh, I think this is the pin lock. Some sort of, locking quick release seat post binder thing. Some real old Velox plugs, but they're in really good shape. Achilles Clit 32. Okay. Another little Park chain breaker tool. Another Spidell skewer. This is cool having the matching set. Oh, it's a bag full of some cheap old Simplex shifters for parts. Someone may or may not care on eBay. Some SRAM single speed chain. I bet it's a PC1. Yeah, some old silver PC1 spare links. I used to use those a lot. Really grody rags. The other Mayfac brake lever. A rusted solid knife. Some Vaseline leaked all over stuff. Chilly Hilly, Bainbridge Island, Washington, February 27th, 1994 patch kit. It's probably not a chance that the other glues I found are going to be savable. An old Planet Bike Blaze light. I'm going to throw fresh batteries in and test it before I throw it away, because these used to be great lights. Ooh, my other white Dura-Ace hood. Very exciting. More reflectors. I think this is more Grand Comp parts. And some cotter pins. Those portable cranks. Trash. A dirty, but either lightly used or brand new yellow single speed chain. Ooh, a little Park Tool 1718 cone wrench. Why not? Weird sizes. A bag full of ball bearings that isn't marked or labeled, that may or may not be new or good or high quality. So in the trash. A few inches of hot pink housing, because the 90s were cool. Part of the Mayfac straddle cable. An old headset top nut that looks kind of French to me. It might be. I might save it. If it is French, it's nice to have a labeled French top nut around. We can play with a few and see if it's French or English or whatever. So you can test forks when you get them to see what's what. Sometimes you can't tell if it's a French fork or English fork or whatever. Very nice looking Park Tools 3-way spoke wrench. An unlabeled Shimano chain pin. Not helpful. You gotta label this stuff because they're all different. You can't interchange them. It's a real dirty old pump. It's cool, nice old all metal Blackburn pump. Yeah, what else? I showed the bike stand. Came with an old nutcase helmet that is, don't ever use old helmets. Don't ever use used helmets. They're not safe. The foam degrades. You drop once or twice, they're cracked. They're just not safe. Don't buy them at Goodwill. Don't donate them to Goodwill. Throw them away. And the bike tree stand. I have no idea. And then from someone else on Facebook Marketplace, got this old, probably 2000s, specialized Dulce, really tiny bike. The guy's had a really short wife, and she bought it and loved it, but couldn't ride it. very much. She got pregnant, and they had it sit in the garage. He said for like 15 years to finally clean out the garage, so I went and bought it. $50. It's, of course, Sora 8-speed, like everything was. So no one cares. We can get $30 for a good set of these levers with good hoods. You know, like a $5 9-speed Tiago derailleur, $5 Sora front derailleur may or may not sell. A nice set of these specialized labeled Sagino cranks with rings. Probably get 30 or 40 or $50 for those with the bottom bracket. And then mint condition, nice, just cheap generic silver specialized wheels. I love these. These are great for fixing up any old road bike and making it a little bit more modern-y. They're 700C, so they'll fit anything. And you know, nothing special, specialized stem, bars, no one cares. Cross top levers, no one cares. This bike is in such good shape, even though it's really small, it's gonna be hard to sell. Considering just doing a quick tune-up and flip on it, and just having it sit around for weeks or months, see if I can sell it, or pulling it apart for parts and selling all the parts on eBay. I mean, I'm gonna ask $100 for these wheels, $50 for the cranks. Easily get $200 pulling it apart and just recycling the frame. Probably $230 the fork, maybe $240 or $50 with the brakes. I mean, could I get $250 for it tuned up with more work and more money in? I don't know. So I'll look. I'll make sure the chain's not stretched and the cassette's not worn out. It was definitely heavily greased. And yeah, see if I want to clean this bike, if I can just lube the cables. Maybe I will just do a tune-up and just sit on it and sit on it and sit on it. It's more fun to pull it apart and put it on eBay. More lucrative, faster. So, that bike frame, I mean the bike was $50, but all this junk, the stand, the pump, the wheel, the tools and grease, the random parts, this was all $40 for my guy. I feel like that's very well worth it. I think I can easily get more than that for these tools and have a bunch of grease and probably get that again. I mean, God, I might be able to get that just for these Dura-Ace hoods, really. Good shape, white hoods. They have like no wear. Just lightly clean them up. Some of those French parts and things. Yeah, tools. Definitely easily double my money and get a bunch of worthwhile stuff. So, pretty worth it. I mean, really, I might get $40 for that wheel if I give it a little look over and it's, you know, round and true and has good tension. It's got a Surly cog on it, 1/8 inch by 16 tooth, bro. So fixy. And one other thing I got from a different guy on Facebook Marketplace was this complete setup for $15. A Soma Urban Pursuit bar from 10 or 20 years ago with Tech Pro cross tops and all silver Soma you know, bar and brake levers, which work on cruiser bars as well as these Pursuit bars. It's all silver and cool, and it was $15. I needed an excuse to go test ride my truck, so I couldn't not go get these. They look narrow to me, but I don't think they actually are. No, they're 42s, bro. That's the most popular size from the last 2 decades. Now everything's insanely wide. For no reason. But this is good stuff. So that's my little video on the random junk I got on accident this weekend. So thanks for watching. December 2011.